approve the minutes from January.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Committee report, dog control, 2 strays picked up, 1 was adopted and 1 was returned to the owner. Justice report, $7,565 in fines collected in January.
Actually, sorry, that was for December.
Oh, it was for December.
Yep. It's 8,996 for
8,000.
Think so.
996.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. I will review that highway report. Jeff is not able to make it tonight. For roads, they've been out over 91 times plowing, sanding, salting so far. The sand and salt supply is doing okay as we use less product as the temperatures drop. The salt order that Jeff just placed brings us to the same tonnage as we used last winter. Equipment, the main bearings on the sander in number 2 went bad. The bearing is no big deal. Disassembling parts on an 8-year-old sander was another story. The unit was made in Canada. Getting the parts through customs took some time, so it was a few days later. Then the rear wing cable broke. It's been one of those years. I know Jeff and his guys have been having to do several repairs on the truck. But the truck is up and running at this time. All blades have been replaced on the plows this winter. Normally, they would last the whole winter. Also had to do midwinter oil changes, and normally they wouldn't need to be done until spring. Jeff is looking into replacing the 2019 Ram instead of the pickup. It is in need of maintenance more often, and he'll get more information to everyone about that. Personnel, Kevin is retiring. His last day is February 27th. He's worked for the town for over 27 years. Jeff wants to thank Kevin for his years of service. And Jeff does have another person interested in taking the position, and that person has been approved through the civil service. Other information, the county has approved the municipal amnesty again this year. The tentative dates for Preble amnesty days will be April 24th and 25th. The highway superintendent of Portland County have a bus going to go to Albany on Wednesday, March 4th for the annual Local Roads Advocacy Day. The bus will leave the town of Portlandville Highway Garage at 4 a.m. and returns around 6 p.m. If anyone is interested in participating in that, let Jeff know. Dave Morse did go on that last year with them. Recreation?
Just waiting for spring to come.
Aren't we? Kevin?
Oh, yeah. County, Kevin, you up?
No, yep. If you go to Advocacy Day, take sneakers.
Oh,
Take sneakers.
What did you do?
Yeah.
broke his foot.
So thanks for having us here. What I like to do is to introduce Mike Ponasol. He's our new county administrator. He's been here since October 5th. And I'm just gonna let him do his thing.
So Mike Bonicello, I'm the new county administrator. I came in October. Here's some cards for everybody. So, really what I've been trying to stress to all the municipalities is, how can the county be helpful to you, right? That's what we are here to do, is to support the municipalities. And then at the same time, also internally to the county, right, I'm working to align all, 20 of our plus or minus a few of our county departments and make sure we're all moving in the same direction. So that, I don't want to take too much of your time, but I will be around. Certainly reach out if anybody has questions or needs. I'm happy to do. If you've got any questions right now.
I do not.
I do not have any, but I'm sure we will.
I'm sure we will.
Okay.
Thank
No,
you, Mike.
absolutely. Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Zoning and code enforcement January report.
Oh, wait.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Just a minute.
Sorry.
Just a minute.
Go
So
ahead.
what I wanted to tell you as well is that when we had the storm, it has been where it's just the highway, county highway, you know, in the radio. We're now no longer just doing that. So whenever we have a snow event like this or any type of event, what we are going to be doing is we will be reaching out to the municipalities themselves. Specifically, Mike will be doing that. So one of the things we want to make sure is that we have everybody's information, email, contact information, that in case there's something like this that happens again, that we can reach out directly, just to make sure everything is good. Municipalities, they plow county roads. And one of the things we got to make sure is that we want to make sure that with these big snow events, are you able to do it? Because if you can't to get this emergency out, our first and foremost is making sure ambulances can go through, fire. Those are our major ones that we make sure that people can have access to those emergency services. So that is why we want to continue and to strengthen this communication between the municipalities. For instance, Taylor, I think Taylor, they plow 40 miles of our road. But they're a very small municipality. So we really needed to make sure that they were able to open those up for us. So that's why that's really important that we can start that up. The other thing is as we talked, and it's not just to you, is the Wednesday before our sessions, we open up and have a chairman's roundtable. That's with all the municipalities throughout Cortland County, where we all meet in a designated location. This one is in Homer. Last month it was in McGraw. We're going to be going around. And that is where municipalities and supervisors and council can come and really talk to the county on what your issues are that you see. Could be Betty Ann's roadside is all dug up, right? Right, and you got a problem, right? So those are some of the things that we want to make sure that they have opened up. The last month was talking about county assessing. We were also talking about EMS, ambulance services. We did just put in an application for a grant to get one county ambulance and one fly car. Because we are finding throughout the county, we have these big gaps where EMS and ambulance services are not coming. And we just want to look at that so that we can plug those up for it. So I encourage you to come if you can for it. Do we have anything else? Big things right now? Yeah. So, any questions on any of those?
When is that meeting, Kevin?
25th.
It's the 25th at 6 o'clock at the Town of Homer Town Hall. For some reason, municipalities don't like coming to the county, to the third floor where we have coffee, nice big room, and they don't like that. So I don't know.
We could travel.
Yeah, we don't mind traveling. So, okay,
Thank you.
all right, thanks. We've got to go to Binghamton, so we're gonna slip out.
Nice meeting you, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you. What?
Zoning and code enforcement January report. 3.5 hours of inspections at St. Charles Bay Road and Otisco Valley Road. 1 hour updating office forms. 1.5 hours researching zoning and permit information. 2 hours at the Mountain View doing inspection, 1.5 hours doing occupancy letters, 2 hours posting of occupancy and letters at the Mountain View. The next planning board meeting is February 25th at 7 PM. The next ZBA meeting is March 5th at 7 PM. Historian, no report received. Town clerk fees collected in January, $135. Dispersed $122 to the town of Preble and $13 to New York State Ag and Markets.
All right, unfinished business.
I'm sorry, can I just add a couple of things to the justice report?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, just a couple of things we have to wrap up from last year. First, the books are available to be audited and inspected anytime. I have to send you a formal letter saying that they are, so when you get a letter that looks really formal, particularly for something I'd write, that's what it is. Second, I have 5 reports from Judge Hughes from last year that I need to submit, and I will give those reports to you, and then they can be uploaded on the state website. But Jerry Lynn and I figured out how we can get that done last week. And then I will get the money that's in his accounts transferred over so that the state can bill you for its portion. You'll get the remainder of that. But it's 5 months worth of fines and fees that have to be divided between the state and Preble.
Okay.
So we should have that done in the next month. That's number one. Number two, we're gonna need to move some of the stuff, a lot of the stuff out of the office and put it in long-term storage. I don't know what you have available for that. But they're cases that are closed, records can't be disposed of. But we're gonna need to empty that room out. One, just for general efficiency, and number two, we have a few trials that are possible and pending, and we'll need to have a space for a jury room, a space for private discussion between the attorneys and the main area to do the trial. The DMV is updating their points system. That will happen after the 18th. So the DMV is going to go down on the 13th for 5 days. So if there's anything anybody needs, like license renewal or registration, get it done before Friday, because after Friday for 5 days, nothing is going to happen. When that new points system takes effect, it may be that more trials are scheduled because they are so onerous that defendants may not be willing to take a plea anymore. We'll have to wait and see how that goes out, but if that happens, it happens. And lastly, Ms. Ashley continues to do a fantastic job. So, nothing but positive remarks there.
Thank you. So we've had a lot of communication coming into the town hall to me personally about clearing up tickets and stuff. I know that the email is the best way to get in touch with you, but is it possible that we could have the clerk have published office hours when other people are here? Because I understand the concern with people coming in to complain about or to try to clear up tickets because they tried to get their license renewed. I mean, we talked about it. So
We did.
and but they come in here and they're giving other people here that a hard time that can't do anything for them. So if they had, even if ideally, I think it would be when Jen is going to be here, so that there's 2 people here. You know.
What if I wrote up a letter, just a form letter that anybody could give them to tell them what to do? Because even if they knew that Ms. Ashley was here, she can't really lift their suspension. And I'm sympathetic to people that need to get their license. I get it. It's their income, it's their livelihood. However, when they got that ticket,
A long time ago.
they were pulled over. An officer gave them a ticket. Now I realize people have stuff going on in their life and that maybe didn't register. Somebody was sick in their family, they're dealing with something. Now they need to get it. It's not gonna happen immediately. And a lot of people that call and say, I need to pay this ticket, haven't actually even appeared. I do this for 3 towns and I've been doing this for 18 years. Most of the time when they call and say, I have to pay this ticket, they haven't even appeared. There's been no plea. It can't be resolved until they come in front of the judge. But what I can do is leave the form letters that I email them so they can just take those home, email me, and then we'll get the process
Yeah,
going.
I mean, it just
We can put it on the website as
Even-
well.
Yeah, I guess that it will be helpful for sure. But the people make a special trip here because they're not getting a response in a what they think is the right amount of time. We may not agree with them, but and it's putting Jen in a tough spot. Like, and that's my concern is that these people are sometimes they're angry, and so that's why I was hoping that we might be able to coordinate a time where there's more than one person in the building.
That's my personal cell phone number. If you get into a situation with an agitated defendant, give them that number.
They call me, they come here because they see my hours posted on the website. So they show up here from New York City or wherever else thinking I can help them. That's why there needs to be some set hours that they know they can call and talk to somebody or figure this
They're
out.
the first and third Tuesday of the month is when court is held.
Okay.
And
That's
and I realize people show up, but
Yeah.
a clerk cannot take a plea. They cannot conduct an arraignment.
Right.
This is really no different than somebody going to the fire department and saying, I got a ticket. Can you help me get out? No, just because they happen to wear a uniform doesn't mean that they're gonna be able to help you get out of a traffic ticket.
I get it. I just wanted to have at least have,
No,
a,
no,
have a
and it's
discussion
not-
about it, and it wasn't just Jen that talked to me about it. Either. So there's a couple people that have brought it to my attention that this is an issue when these people come in. So, but we'll start with the letter,
So
And-
I'll put a better
and-
sign up.
and also, and I know that the website did get updated when I had the first call in there, and I looked at the website and I said, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do if I got a ticket. Like I had trouble dissecting what was going on. So anyway, but the updates have been made to the website, so that's good. And I think the form letter can help. And so Jen can, at least she's giving them concrete,
Right.
some concrete direction, you know what I mean? With,
You
in,
shouldn't be doing this though.
no,
That's not part of my job
And
to be doing that.
the number I gave you is just in case you need to de-escalate something, tell them to step outside of the building and call me. No, you shouldn't be dealing with them.
Yeah.
What they're looking for is they're looking for a workaround because they are
because
they are innocent
because
unless, and it's unless and not until, unless proven guilty, but they're looking for a third door that just doesn't exist.
right. And okay,
I'm already here on in addition, the second and fourth Tuesday, I'll put a sign on the door saying that is in place, but and I don't even know what Portlandville does when people just wandering off the street. I mean, they have fixed hours for court. I mean, if a trial is going on or a hearing, you're not going to just walk in off the street and tell the judge, I want to be arraigned on a traffic ticket and get my suspension lifted. That's not a thing.
yeah. Okay,
And on the other, if you're giving somebody favorable treatment that's ignored the ticket and has now come back in and now wants special treatment, you're essentially penalizing the people that got the ticket, answered it right away, paid it, and moved on with their life.
I'm not. My concern isn't the mechanics of how you do your job because I don't know,
Okay.
and that's why you're the judge and I'm definitely not. So my concern is that it's putting Jen in a very difficult position when people come in angry and see, like, well, when am I? So, but yes, the answer is you come to court
Right.
for sure and email the judge, but that to the extent that the clerk is available for an hour or two a week versus when you're having court, that could be extremely helpful in de-escalating those situations that she's described 3 or 4 situations where it was like, this guy needs to be out of the building, you know, this
Okay.
is not so,
Yeah, and I don't mean to give you more work, but if that's happened, I want to know about that because when the defendant comes in, if they've been abusive to town staff, they shouldn't get a plea agreement. They should be going to trial.
Okay.
And if they want their license back, I mean, there's a difference between, I mean, there's some discretion there. They have to make what constitutes an appearance in the court, so,
Right.
you know, if they're.
I think the same thing would happen that even if we give her an hour a week, he's already got 2 days a month. they just show up. They're not gonna abide by when that hour a week is. They're
That's-
just gonna be here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, they ignored it. They're not looking at the schedule.
they've ignored the judge. They're
Yeah.
not gonna care whether.
Yeah. That's-
They ignored the original ticket. I mean,
Mhm.
you don't have to physically appear in court when you get a ticket. It says you can plead by mail.
Yep.
There's a not guilty section on there, and when they plead not guilty, they get a form letter back that says, these are your rights in this matter. If you want to come to court for a conference, come on this date. If you want a trial, this is how you do it. If you want to negotiate with the DA, this is how you do it. You can do all three things at once.
Okay.
If you want, and they're choosing not to do that. And I realize the letters can be daunting, because there's a lot of information there, but we've redrafted them. We tried to make them as simple for people to follow as
Alright.
they can.
I just wanted to make sure that you understood what
No, I
my
absolutely
my
understand.
concern was.
There's-
So, and we can, like, we'll start with that and, I think the updates we've made so far are good and we're gonna do another one, so.
But let me also yes answer. So I'll do further updates, but I mean, if there's a concern about people just coming in off the street, whether it's because they're upset about a ticket or because they're upset about property taxes or anything like that, I mean, you have one, maybe two people working here, you have money. One of the things that I can apply for this year is the JCAP, Justice Court Assistance Program grant, that could put security measures in place. The town of Marathon has done a fantastic job. They've got clerks behind locked doors. There are cameras, there's bulletproof glass, and it's all funded by the state. And that money has already been collected. It just remains to be allocated. So it's not like we would apply for this grant, be awarded it, and then your taxes are going to go up. This tax money has already been anticipated. And it's $30,000 a year, so.
It has to be for the courtroom, so this is called the courtroom. Like, if this is designated the courtroom, that's fine, but,
Yeah,
you know what I mean, so I would take the meeting room sign down, for example. I'll talk to you about it later.
okay,
There's strings attached to it like that, but it's possible, he's right, it's possible.
okay.
We should apply for it.
Yeah,
Should we apply for
absolutely. Yes.
Can we start that?
We'll circle back to it. I mean, it's.
Okay.
But I think we want to pursue that. I mean,
For sure.
do you think we need a motion to invest?
At this
We don't
point,
really
no,
have
just have a
anything.
discussion at this point. so
Okay.
we don't have to-
All right, but if we get more information, then we'll bring it back
Yes,
around. Okay.
yes.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be combative. I'm not trying to be
I understand. And there's, when you got irate people, there's not always the easy answer for sure. I get it. So,
But please, if you do get people that come and give you a heart, let me know who they are, because
I was gonna say you should have a door. I'll talk to you. Because people shouldn't just really walk in here into her anyway.
Right.
But it wouldn't cost that much to have like some security there. We'll talk about that after the meeting.
or intercom.
Yeah, there's a lot.
When I go to
of
Lafayette,
you
you
don't,
gotta-
you don't have to spend $100,000.
No, I'm not, but an intercom would be, I'm here to clear up a ticket. I don't do that. Okay. So, I don't know. I'm just,
a week from tomorrow, I will have new signage on the door
Yeah.
that explains exactly what to do. We'll see if we can get the form letters uploaded to the website.
Okay.
And make it that much easier, and
Yep.
if there's space that I can just put like a, if you're here for a ticket.
no, that was all great information. Thank you.
Yeah.
What's next? Oh, unfinished business. So I mean, the debit and credit card thing go hand in hand with the procurement policy, right? So, because it's on, with the new procurement policy.
Right, but we need a resolution to apply for the debit credit card.
Okay, so we talked about doing it'll be a credit card, not a debit card. Credit card comes with inherent security and protections, I guess, so.
I think you took mine, David. Don't worry about it.
Maybe.
Don't worry about it. Just keep going.
So we talked about it last month, but we didn't actually do a resolution on it. I think we talked about doing it after executive session. We forgot, we didn't get to it, so. So we need a resolution to authorized the town clerk to apply for a town credit card.
Will that have spending caps on? Or
Yep.
no?
That'll be in the procurement policy. We're gonna go over in a minute.
It's only $1,000.
It's $1,000. It's for ordering stuff online, and so that also if people need stuff, supplies and things that they don't have to spend their own money up front and then get reimbursed. It was an issue with
they-
codes because
they can spend $1,000 on anything they want without getting permission from the board. Is that
it's just Jen and I.
Okay.
Right? It's just Jen and myself.
Mhm.
And so, I mean, obviously, we would have to know that it's an approved use of funds, and then I guess if we thought that it could be in any way controversial, then we would bring it to the board for a resolution at first. But it's more of a, I mean,
Convenience.
what's the,
Convenience.
yeah, it's just to make it more convenient to buy simple stuff, small stuff.
You don't have to expend.
But that's what I mean, yeah,
You have other
we
receipts.
talked about the, isn't it?
no? We
talked-
never went over.
we didn't-
We never.
we didn't
went
go over the
uh,
details,
We never went over
the cap.
but I mean, what the not cap, but what you could spend without getting board permission to do so.
Do you want to,
Policy.
what's that?
It's in the
It's in the new procurement policy, which we're updating from 2002.
2000. June
2000?
12, 2000 was the last
Yeah,
time it
the
was
last-
updated.
Procurement policy was done 26 years ago. Which is in your stack somewhere. last, I know the board at the end of the year last year, they authorized 30,000 for in the 26 budget, so they are authorized, I think they did the same, Scott did the same thing, so we're jointly going to be putting out an RFP. We don't have it drafted yet, but I want to get a resolution to draft the RFP and
To work with Scott or to not work?
to work with them. Yeah,
yeah.
we're gonna follow the contract. I don't see any upside to severing with them. If, I mean, theoretically, we should get better numbers with a bigger job, right? So, that hopefully the way it'll work, and hopefully we've got 2 or 3 companies that give us a proposal, and then
So
we'll
how
go
do they
through.
break that down? Do they just split that, or is it by the number of housing? You know what I'm saying? I mean, how is it? split?
How is the cost shared?
Yes.
That's a good question. I don't know the answer. It very well could be in the contract. I don't know. 'Cause
gotta
I-
believe that
I
we'll
don't remember.
We'll probably have a few more residents than they do.
But it's also by parcels.
Okay.
And I know the last time I got some information about that, they give you they bid on how many, it's the cost per parcel. So, I don't think it's necessarily residents,
Right.
but it's a good question. And I should know the answer to that, and I don't, Jeff. I should know. I don't. But it's gotta be, I'm sure that they figured out that what makes it equitable. I mean, we can look at it right now, I guess. How they,
Waiting on me.
I think the bids are gonna probably clarify
Right.
that, you know.
So kind of break it down between the 2 towns is what
I,
you're thinking?
I think that the bids that we get will, it's not gonna be, Revale, Town and Preble and Town of Scott, 60 grand. It's, you know, it's gonna be
Town.
broken down by
Yeah,
price per parcel or
okay.
whatever. But the goal would be to hire, cause my understanding, it takes like 2 years. So to finish the whole thing. My goal would be to get the RFP out there, review the bids, sign a contract in May or June to get the ball rolling. Then we've already authorized 30,000. They've authorized, I'm not sure how much, but then by that time, we'll be getting close to budget season. We'll know what it's gonna cost us
So we can make adjustments.
to make adjustments for 27, and then it'll keep the ball rolling. Like, and that'll be part of the spec too, is that this is how much we
So
have.
we need a nice resolution to work with the town of Scott.
Well, he's looking for an RFP, but this is not the actual agreement. These are the local laws from Preble and Scott authorizing those towns to enter into an intermunicipal agreement. This is not the agreement
Okay,
itself,
all right,
along with a copy of the statute that authorizes it. So this isn't the actual
Okay.
contract.
all right. Gotcha. But we can still,
You can still vote on the RFP.
we can still
yeah.
vote on putting out the RFP to
That's gonna
get,
take some time anyway.
to get
so
the
we
ball-
should do it
right.
sooner.
the sooner we put the wheels in motion, the better. Cause like I said, it's supposed to take probably 2 years.
All right, I'll make a motion for RFP with the town of Scott regarding revaluation.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The Preble Seniors Agreement has been forwarded to me from Betty Ann. It just outlines how the money's used and they've got it and the insurances. We do it every year, I guess. So, but I would like to get a resolution authorizing me to sign the contract with the Preble Senior Group.
I make a motion that we authorize Nate to authorize us to work with the senior.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, the last thing I have is, Dave brought up when he walked in, so it's not on your agenda, new keys for the town hall. Betty Ann's best recollection, and I honestly, I couldn't say. I mean, how long it's been.
Some
but-
new locks on that.
Yeah, I mean, we just don't know who's coming and going. I mean, so if, I don't know that we have to put a dollar amount on it. It's probably less than the thresholds of our procurement policy, right? So,
You'd be surprised.
I'd do it just to be safe.
up to 2,000.
Yeah, I think that's way more than you're gonna need, but it could be more.
Well, yeah. So,
But, you know,
I-
so meaning new hardware on some of them, so
yeah.
not to exceed.
I mean, well, first, do we want it? Do we think it's a good idea? I guess is the
So the ones that you get are the ones that you have to have permission to get the key. They don't just go get the key made. They have to be authorized.
They do
No,
not. They do
I
not
would recommend
duplicate.
I would recommend do not duplicate.
So that's going to cost a little more.
That's expensive.
That's going to cost a little more. So, but I couldn't tell you how much. But we can put a cap on it, or
Can we do it electronic?
that's a
Post
lot
again?
more.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
But maybe we
keys
want to
are
do it
fine.
for this room. Maybe to get into here. I don't know. To
I
protect
mean,
Jen. I don't know.
We don't, like I said, we can do some more research on it. We don't have to vote on it right now. It's, but I think it's something that we should do.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
I agree.
So, but, or we can authorize us to spend up to 2,000. I hope it doesn't, I hope it's not that much, but, or do you want to wait? What?
We want just 3 locks, right? Out back here, out front.
Well, we've got the records room,
Oh, yeah.
the hall, the front door, the judge's office, right? So we gotta get it, I mean, we have to get a quote.
Yeah.
We can get a quote and
Get a
bring it
quote,
back.
Yeah, let's do that next month.
So we can just, I mean, but it doesn't cost me anything to get a quote, so.
Right.
So we don't need a resolution
Yep.
for that, okay.
We make resolutions, spend up $1,000. It's not less than that. Just get it done. Or would you have to
You guys tell
amend
me.
that to?
I'll go $1,000.
Make a motion, we spend up to $1,000 on new locks for the
All
town hall.
right, I'll spend some time on it. If
Exceeds that, we'll-
if it exceeds that, I'll wait and we'll do it next month. But if it's less than that, I'll just do it.
just do it.
Yeah, okay. All right.
We vote on it. Somebody say,
No, we didn't get
I
those
make
yet.
a motion that we spend $1,000 on.
Dave seconded.
All in favor?
All right.
Good catch. Last month he caught me. That is all I have for new business, unless somebody's got something else they want to bring up. Good.
Money's received.
Money's received from the post, no,
Yes.
Yes.
$779. And then we need to approve the general and highway bills.
I make a motion to accept general fund vouchers, abstract number 1, or abstract 2, numbers 18 through 34, totaling $7,521.99.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Now I'll make a motion to pay the highway fund vouchers, abstract number 2, numbers 6 to 15, totaling $11,605.62.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, that will conclude the meeting for this evening. And you guys don't have anything else? Okay. So I'd like to open it up to the room. If anybody's got any public comments they want to make before we close the meeting. Yes, Jim.
I've got a question. Jim Doring. With all due respect to the board, I just want to ask why Michelle Baker is sitting at the table since she is not an elected official
She's my deputy,
and she's allowed to sit at the table,
of course.
even though she's not an elected official?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody else? Thank you all for coming.
We're gonna close the meeting.
Yeah, what do I got? What do I say?
I make a motion, we close the meeting.
Second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry about
Glenn.
that. My name is Glenn Whitney.
Um,
It was brought to my attention that the current judge or the judge who was elected to sit on the bench here was no longer doing it. You're right, I have an interim judge.
Mhm.
And I'd like to find out what it would take to get into that position on a permanent basis, whether it's through an appointment or they have to have a special election and I'd like to put my name in the ring.
So I think that position is up for election in the fall, I believe. Do we know that Judge Edsel is interested in remaining the interim?
I don't think he does. I don't think he does,
He does not.
No.
You don't think he wants to?
to stay on.
No, I mean through the
Yeah,
election.
Through the election.
Through the
yeah.
election, he would. Okay. I haven't talked to him about it because I didn't know until today. I didn't know we had somebody interested in running, but
Just a little bit about me.
yes, please.
I'm sorry.
No.
So a lot of people know me. Some people know me here. I've lived in Preble for 23 years. Raised my kids here, Tully schools. I'm a retired policeman, 22 years in law enforcement.
Where?
Town of DeWitt. Most of my career was in town of DeWitt. Started out down in Tompkins County and then went up to East Syracuse and then the town of DeWitt. While I'm doing that, raised my 4 kids with my wife, 3 sons and a daughter. They're all grown now. Coached football here at Tully High School, coached baseball at Tully High School, coached a lot of Little League, coached Jeff's kids, took my kids over to his place. Since I retired back in 2018, I used to drive school bus for the Tully School District, trained out a lot of the drivers, probably 50% of the driving staff up there. I currently am the yard foreman for Tully Building Supply. I just took on that job in December. I talked with Jeff a couple months ago and I told him I had an interest in it and that when the time came, and then that's when he informed me that there, something had changed and there might be some changes. So I wanted to just come in here and let you guys know that I'm interested in filling that position. I think communities like this need a strong presence sitting on the bench. Not that they're not getting it by that gentleman. He seemed like everything he said was right. I agree 100% with everything he was saying. There's ins and outs to that job, and it's not just as simple. It sounds like you're in good hands, but it doesn't sound like he's the guy who wants to stick around. I do want to stick around. I'm not going anywhere. So when the opportunity arises, or if something needed to happen before an election, whether it's an appointment or I did some research into how it works, I'd definitely be interested. And if it comes down to in the fall, I just got to run, then I guess that's what I'll do.
If you got appointed or if you got elected, what's that?
You'd still have to run.
Oh,
I'd
yes.
have to rerun.
Yeah, my question is what
You have to go.
what training obligations does he have to
You have to
hold
go
the position?
There's judge, you have to go to judge's school.
And
you can't-
what's that
you can't-
entail?
You can't get elected. That's beyond the scope of what the town can inform or advise him of.
Oh, okay.
You'd have to go talk to the OE about eligibility requirements. Yeah.
I was just curious.
No, yeah,
You don't have to do that.
I'm not a
part.
judge. I don't know, but
Yeah.
but there's training. All judges, whether they're lawyers or not, have to take in order to sit as a judge.
Do you have to do that?
So you've
before
done
you're
some
elected?
research on that then?
Does that have to be done before you're elected?
No, because you don't know if you're going to get elected. So-
Right. Oh, I didn't know if it was.
No, you don't have to. No, but they all have it. They all have to learn.
That's a campaign question. I wouldn't.
Yeah, in terms of eligibility, just talk to the county BOE. I would start with them about that, and then talk to the chair of whatever party you're registered with, because we can't give election advice.
No, absolutely.
No, I understand. I'm just telling you that's where I would go. You probably have already looked into it, but
No, thanks for coming in.
Oh, yeah.
Glenn, what was your last name?
Wintermute, WINTERMUTE.
Thank you.
And I knew you were there and I knew why. But it's not on my
I
list.
wasn't sure you recognized me.
No, I recognize you. All right.
Make a motion to close the meeting.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Good night. Thank you.
talk about a couple things.
Sure.
What is that?
Mm.
You retired from doing 2018? Yeah, Lindsay Pankowski? Yeah, friend of mine. Yeah.